Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video with Miss Pepper on leash pressure. So she's not 100% sure on what to do with leash pressure. She's gotten a lot better with sitting, putting her butt down when she feels leash pressure up. But we started working on downs, and she's a happy-go-lucky, fun-loving girl, but when it comes down to it, she's kind of stubborn when she doesn't want to do whatever it is that you want her to do. So we're working on getting her to understand what we want her to do, but also she has to do it. Sometimes you got to do things that you don't want to do. She might not want to lay down. She might want to run around or get pet or wiggle. It's one of her favorite things to do. But she's got to be able to lay down and respond to leash pressure when we ask her to. So I've got her here. I have Jeremy bring the camera a little closer. So right now I have her leash on the back side. When I start to teach her down, what I'm going to do is rotate it around. So when I apply leash pressure, it goes down. If you guys can see that, I'll move the leash out of the way. So when I apply leash pressure, it's going to go down. So it helps to bring her head and her shoulders down towards the ground. Yes, I know, you're excited. So I'm going to start. And she's an example of a dog she's really stubborn. I'm not going to push her really hard because that's usually when dogs have little freak out moments if they're not used to this kind of stuff. But I'm just going to apply steady pressure downward until she gives into the pressure and lays down. And then I've got a little bit of kibble. I can give her a little kibble reward. So I'm going to have leash under her neck, and I'm going to place my foot on the leash. She's not going to let you guys see this. Come here. Good girl. And I'm not going to say anything to her. I just want her to give in to the leash pressure. So if right now I started saying down, 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 then I desensitize her to the word down. So foot, leash, I'm going to pull on it like a little pulley and apply a little bit of pressure right here. I'm not choking her, I'm not strangling her, it's just enough pressure so it's annoying and so that she eventually has to give into it and do something about it. So you can see there's a little bit of tension here and she's not quite sure what to do. We've done this exercise a handful of times already, so I'm hoping it'll take less time than it did the first time we did this. First time we did this, I did it with a slip leash and it took us probably 25 minutes of me just standing here and waiting her out. So I want her to give in to the leash pressure. So she's going to distract herself. She's going to try to sniff and move around. Oh, there we go. Good job. So that was much quicker. Good girl. And then I'll get her up and we'll do it again. Let's go. Bring her right back around. So that's one of the shortest times that we've had so far. I like to start in a sit position just because I know that she's not going to move around when I go to drop the leash down like this. I'm going to do it again. Apply leash pressure down. Good girl. Give her a couple pieces of kibble. Good job. So she might lay down if I used food and I just kind of lowered it under her nose to the ground, but I want her to respond to the leash pressure because when we start to do remote collar work, she has to respond to the remote collar pressure. So she has to understand pressure. I need to do something to turn this pressure off. And it doesn't have to be like I'm not hauling her head down to the ground or anything like that. It just has to be enough pressure where it registers for her. Where if I was working with another dog, they might need more pressure, they might need less pressure. So you have to find the level of pressure that fits the dog. She's a little bit stubborn, so she needs more pressure than a dog like Esmeralda is a little bit softer dog, and now she's going to have her little goof time, which is fine because this was just leash pressure stuff. We're not working on duration yet. But it's really important that dogs learn to give to pressure because everything in their life is pressure. So if she didn't understand how to give to leash pressure, probably 50% or more of her life is going to be on leash. She's going to go for walks. She's going to go to the vets. She's going to visit friends and family, things like that. She has to learn how to listen to the leash and the leash pressure. Not just say, oh, I'm on the leash, I'm going to just go all over the place and ignore whatever happens with the leash. It should be communication, not restriction. So I want to make sure that she understands what she's supposed to do, and then as we add more and more distractions, it'll be easier for her. I wouldn't expect to add distractions to this scenario and teach her something that she doesn't know, which is where a lot of people get stuck, is their dog might lay down, maybe with a treat or not with leash pressure, and then when they get out, maybe they're on a walk or they're at an outdoor cafe or something, and their dog doesn't have the confines of their own home where they're comfortable, and you don't have something to kind of catch their attention, or that's maybe more valuable than what they're distracted by, then they don't know how to respond to leash pressure. They don't know how to respond to leash pressure with distractions. So it makes it really hard to say, hey, I need you to do this, I need you to do it now, and it's for everybody's benefit. You kind of don't have a choice. So she's going to be learning that. Everybody else obviously is going to be learning that too. But it just makes it easier in real life, everyday life scenarios, to not have to feel like you have to set up 10 different steps for success. If you practice and you get it right at home, you should be able to take it out and do it when you go somewhere new. So make sure that you guys are practicing. You can use rewards, you can use praise, you can use pets, toys, things like that, but dogs should really learn how to respond to leash pressure as well. And then, you know, graduating onto remote collar pressure, so that they can understand pressure and know how to manipulate it and follow commands in the presence of pressure. So she's doing awesome. We'll get her out with the other dogs some more today. And thank you for the demonstration on a stubborn, cute little dog learning how to respond to leash pressure. Thanks for watching, you guys.